Hey everyone, Allie here, and in today's episode, we are going to be reading the entire journal from start to finish. And this is an episode for people who want to actually see me read everything, which, I mean, I don't know why you'd want to see me read everything because my reading is not the greatest, but I will do my best. Absolutely.
Bar. Maybe a
And there it is, the very end of the journal. This journal's a lot smaller because it's not a journal that's from Max, and Max's episodes are way longer than Chloe's. I think I'm gonna start in the middle with the graffitis. So I ended up getting all of these ones. I think my most favorite one from this was definitely this one. I really like the skull. I don't know why. Obviously, these are all good as well. I think the best one from this one would be... I think I like the anarchy symbol a lot. I don't know what this is saying about me, but... Then obviously the raven is the best one for me here. But yeah, let's go to the places. So it looks like we found stuff at different places. Obviously we found that. The vehicle at the junkyard. The painting at the Amber House. At the hospital there was this biohazard thing. We got the computer in Chloe's room. We got the art from Mikey, obviously. The lines from The Tempest, which I didn't even actually look at ever, which was funny. But yeah, that's all of the stuff from those places. Let's see, do I want to read the people, the book, or the text messages first? Obviously the book's gonna be last. Oh boy, that's a lot of text messages. Alright, let's start from at the very top and go down the list. So this is Chloe and her mother, which obviously they were in a very rough patch. But when I played through this game, Chloe and her mom were like neck and neck. Like our mom was on her side always, because I always chose the right choices for Chloe and her mom to be like besties. So, will you be joining us for supper? No thanks. Will you be coming home at the same point tonight? Chloe, will you be home by curfew? There will be consequences. Glad we talked. I know you're doing your best. Love you. Your school called. I think you know why. We have a meeting with the Wells. Need you to do better. Chloe, I'm worried about you. Please let me know you're okay. Chloe, did you hear there's a fire? Please text me. Chloe, are you okay? Chloe, please. Jeez. Fine. Thank goodness. Come home by curfew. We have a meeting early tomorrow. Again, Chloe, really? Can't keep doing this to me. I'm trying my best. David's trying to do what he thinks is best. He's such a tool. I didn't like that he asked you to empty your pockets and then you're completely innocent. Just forget about David for a second. Think about me. Maybe I just need space. Maybe I need my daughter back. Chloe, Justin Williams' mom called me. Were you in the play tonight? Would have liked to see that. Kind of just happened. I know it was last minute. I'm glad you're doing well. It'd be nice to see you tonight. Are you coming home? Please, Chloe, I miss you. I'm leaving the door unlocked in case you have your key. Doesn't matter that it's after curfew. But we can't come home right now. Please, planning supper. What time do you think we'll be home? Don't wait for me. We don't get enough family time as it is. Does Rachel want to join us? She's very welcome to. I just can't make it tonight, sorry. Oh, is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, love you. Love you too. And then, yeah, Chloe finally said love you too. The only time she said it in this whole series was there, which doesn't make any sense. So this is Elliot. This is the guy that ended up being kind of a creep. I don't really like Elliot too much, to be honest. After we found out he's not the greatest guy, he's kind of a creep weirdo. But, Spanish test sucked. Lucky if I passed. Lo siento. No, I think I did okay. Cool. What are you up to? Not much. Got shit to do later. Oh, okay. Finished the camp homework? Nope. Dude, that's the third time. I already know everything. Hey, why weren't you in chem? Everything okay? Yep. What happened with Drew? People were saying you're awesome. Yo, let's talk later. Okay, holy shit, did you get Wells' text about the fire? You okay? Yeah, you. I'm just in my room. Hey, after Tempest, you want to hang out? I still can't believe you got suspended. If you need someone to talk to, let me know. Or if you want another hug. Think I'm good for now. Haha, seriously, I'm here for you. Cool, thanks. So it's obvious Elliot has some kind of crush on Chloe. It's pretty frank, if you tell me. I'm sorry. Mostly between Chloe and Frank is just that their messages are about drugs. So your shit's here. Hell yeah, but tapped out. Sorry, your loss. Can you hold it for me for a day? Can I? I'm your favorite customer, are you? Frank, you holding? You still owe me. You gonna have me whacked? Yes, please joke about that over text. You deal drugs on this phone? Anyway, come on, it's 4:20. I'll meet you if you have the cash. Alright, rain check. I'm at the junkyard now. How's it going? Have you found it yet? Ciao, man, it's been like 5 minutes. It's been 20. Okay, I'm on it. Hurry up. Just talk to Damon. Good work. You can meet me tomorrow to pick up your cut. Your friend's an asshole. What matters is he's happy. Whatever. Price, you did the right thing. And that's when we got the drugs from Drew's room. Not the drugs, the money. The money from Drew's room that he owed Frank and Drew. Weird. I think I'm gonna do Max last. Just because I want to. Let's do Max and Rachel last. So let's go on to Steph and Mikey. With Steph, there wasn't really much, was there? Oh, wow. Hey, is this Chloe? This is Steph. Hi. I have your DVD. Can you get it before school? Thanks. Hey, I'm at the picnic tables with Mikey. Thanks, on my way. Heads up, Wells is on the warpath. Oh no, seriously, you just trying to help? Yeah, right, you killed me this morning. That's what the GM does. Also, thanks for playing with us. Mikey had a blast. He's cool. He's been down lately, not sure why, but I know playing with you really meant a lot. Chloe, it's Steph. I'm on my way to the hospital. Mikey's arm is broken. Drew told me a little bit about what happened. Shit, I didn't know it was that bad. The situation's so fucked up. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Thanks, I will. I heard you were in the Tempest. Yeah, it was kind of a big deal. I believe it. But everyone says the show was awesome. You get 2 good medals for 2 good deeds today. Mikey's okay. Drew will text you an update in a bit. Oh shit, tell them both I'm pulling for him. You still around? We're in room 785 in case you forgot. Cool. Yeah, so there was that part. I don't know how I'm gonna read all this. My throat is already starting to give. Oh, there's not much with Mikey at all. Sorry about Drew. Not your fault. My brother's not always an asshole, just most of the time. Forget it. Ugh, I heard you got suspended. Sorry. Yeah, I rolled a 1 against Wells. Get it? Steph says you're a nerd. Ew, Victoria. Victoria just shits on us the whole entire time. Chloe Price, I heard some fucked up shit about From Nathan about you. Who do you think you are? He doesn't need you, you dumb fuck up. Go back to your trailer. By the way, Rachel Amber obviously played you last night. You'll be lucky if she ever hangs out with you again. Oh shit, why didn't I see that? I'm so hurt. This is just the beginning, bitch. So I was right all along. Rachel Amber is a fucking evil bitch. Yeah, she totally is. I guess you think you're a little sidekick now. Yep. You got every line of that play fucking perfect. How could that be? You've been planning this, haven't you? Oh no, you figured it out. I've had it with the school. Nobody gave a shit about me last night. It was all Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. Oh man, when you're an alpha person and then everyone suddenly realizes, that's just the worst. Fuck you, Chloe. Yeah. I really don't know how to read these weird ass Amber Alerts, so I'm gonna leave this to you guys to read if you really want to. It just says the status of the fire. Yeah, you guys can pause if you want to. I really don't want to read that because I don't understand it too well. I know I'll just mess it up immediately. Along with this, it's just Wells saying that stuff about the fire and the forest watch. So it's not really something that's too significant. Justin! Dude, I heard the bad news. Suspensions suck. You mean good news? I'm stoked. Word. I'm home too. Finally got busted yesterday for smelling like weed. My mom's making me go to her book group. Oh man. Yeah. That's all from Justin, jeez. Drew. I didn't think we had Drew's number, actually. Hey Price, sorry about what I said earlier. You were only trying to help. No way, I am sorry, Drew. I had no idea what to do. That was so fucked. It's okay, Mikey's alright. I'm alright also. He says thanks. Tell him I said hey. Will do. Thanks again for playing with Mikey. That was a good game. Good luck with whatever you're dealing with. Be safe. That's from all of us. Thanks. Mikey says, tell Chloe she can handle anything. Hope so. Ah. The group. This was when the news was spoiled to Rachel about her mom and dad. And then the group was wondering why we're not at the after party. And we didn't make it. Rachel and Chloe, where are you guys? We're at the Tempest cast party. I already texted Rachel like 8 times. Hey, I don't think we're making it. Chloe, you should come. Yeah, Chloe, you did awesome. Hey, Chloe, great job tonight. Thanks, I can't. But you're amazing. I'll even admit that Mr. Keaton seemed a little disappointed when I arrived. Seriously, just come, bring Rachel. Sorry, guys. So, yeah. That's when she couldn't show up. David. Oh, it's so short. Chloe, this is David. Did my mom give you my number? Yes, she did. I noticed you took your father's shoebox. Are you working on a project? Sort of. What kind of project? Sorry, I'm a little busy right now. Well, I'm glad to see you taking an interest in something. Keep it up. Yeah, David's very small. So is Mr. Amber's. I didn't even think there was one. Chloe, this is Mr. Ambler. Rachel is just waking up now. I'm sure she'd love to see you. Thanks. Oh my god. My fucking throat. I read this before, didn't I, in the series? So I don't have to read that one again. Actually, I read most of these in the series, but I'm just going over them, mostly. I think I read all of Rachel's too. But yeah, you guys can read it all if you want in the videos that I made, so I think that's pretty much it for now. Also in the videos, I skipped through all of these profiles. So I think we're good for now on those fronts too. I don't want to have to read everyone's profile. It's pretty much something I've already done before. You guys can pause the video and read these if you absolutely want to. But yeah, all those just pretty much tell you, I mean, who everyone is exactly and how Chloe perceives them, which we already know pretty much who they are and how Chloe perceives them. This is the entire story, basically, of what we went through. Which, this is gonna take a lot out of me, so I will cut it here and I'll be right back with some tea or coffee or something. Ready as I'll ever be. Alright, let's read the entire journal from start to finish. Dear Max, Dad got me this stationery one day when I complained about wanting to send an email and the internet was down. And tonight I thought, hey, maybe it's time to write to Max. The funny thing is, I don't really know what to say because we haven't talked in 3 months despite my texts, my calls, and not that I'm upset or anything. Fuck, there's no way I'm sending this, is there? Chloe the Unfriended. Now this is more like it. Here I can write to you all I want without wondering or worrying if you'll ever write to me back. What, maybe one day, when you return home and apologize for having forgotten all about me and we kiss and make up, I'll show this to you and we can read it and laugh. Or maybe I'll decide that Journal Max is way cooler than Reality Max, and you'll just live in here forever as my little imaginary former current best friend pen pal. Time will tell, Chloe the Journal Boss. Alright, so that was the very beginning. So this is actually before the game, which is kind of interesting. Ready? So Mom suggests taking a road trip next summer and I'm like, cool, I guess. But then she starts talking about David being there. Yes, that David. The wannabe drill sergeant who swooped in on my mom and has stuck around like a lazy sit. David the mustache monster from Planet Dipshit, that fucking David. Anyway, I politely suggested my mom that perhaps it was too early to assume David would be in the picture. By then, or breathing. A shit happens, as you might imagine. That didn't go over well. But really, if this guy's still around 3 months from now and she's got serious self-esteem issues and I've got serious self-immolation, look it up, nerd, plans. She can do better. That's all I meant. But she didn't want to hear it. Like I'm the asshole, Chloe the asshole. Wow, so this has been going on for a while then. It's not like David was like up and out of the blue moving in and stuff. It was like, oh no, David's been here since Max left for 3 months and then David showed up. Ah. So you know how I stopped going to class so much? Like you stopped talking to me so much? Funny story, I had trouble coming up with an excuse, so I just didn't show up. And it was fine. Nobody said anything to me. Crazy, right? It's like I'm invincible all of a sudden. Maybe that's the perk of being the dead dad girl. No one knows what to do with me, so they are actually relieved when I stay home. Wish I figured this out sooner. Think of all the wasted school time. P.S. Pris from Blade Runner popped into my head last time I rubbed one. I mean, at first I was thinking about Deckard and that spoiler of his, but then Pris just totally stole the show. Probably nothing there. Think I just want her bangs. Are you sure about that, Chloe? Max the loser? Yeah, that's right. I called you a loser. Wanna know why? Because you were at Firewalk last night. Even Frank was there. He's my dealer. Or Mom, if you're reading this, he's my dealer and you shouldn't be reading this. It was maybe the greatest night of my life. I hiked to this old mill using the train tracks, then verbally abused this dumb bouncer until he let me inside. Firewalk was the shit. Who knew ragers like that went down in little old Arcadia Bay? Fuck Seattle. Plus, I almost got my ass kicked. NBD, but there are these two asshole skeevy guys whose manhood I wrecked. Oh yeah, I got rescued by the most popular girl at school. How was your night, loser? Firewalk plus Chloe outweighs Max. So that was like the very beginning of episode 1, right? You know how things with Mom seemed like they couldn't get any worse? Ha, the sad truth is I suddenly have to choose between being nice or being honest with her because I can't be both. But how can I keep being nice and pretending like she didn't make a horrible choice with Mustache? And why am I the only one concerned about this hostile takeover of our house? Today it's a toolbox and pot roast, tomorrow it's I should stop there for sanity's sake. And yeah, I know Mom is stressed about money issues, but that still doesn't justify her horrible taste in men. Also, Mom knows I've been skipping, which sucks, but in a way makes me feel better about it. Does that make me a bad person? That I don't feel bad about just fucking off? Just relieved that I don't have to waste the energy to lie about it anymore? On second thought, don't answer that. Chloe, the no good, very bad person. Okay. So the mustache drove me to school today. Yep, that's what my life's become. Even worse, he thought the ride was like a tell me how things are gonna be from now on opportunity. You'd be proud of me. I kept my mouth shut like a good little girl or a good little serial killer. There's more than one way to skin a David. I had a dream about Dad again. The one where I was there when it happened. It seemed to get harder and harder after each of these to remember what's real and what's not. All I can remember after I wake up is how much I miss him. I hope that never goes away. The Chloe who wasn't there. Or was I? What if Chloe has some kind of superpower, but it's like a dreaming one? It's kind of weird to think about, like... Y'all saw how Rachel has superpowers, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows that she does. No spoilers. Max, have I ever told you about Nathan Prescott, aka Spoiled Dick Baby? Anyway, you know that old question about what if you could go back in time and assassinate Hitler? Well, I worry I just stopped that assassination when I got between Nathan and an ass beating by Drew. Football jock and all-around angry teenager. Maybe I'm getting soft in my old age. Spoke to Elliot too. He was super nice as always. He wanted to hang out as always, and I was... Oh god! My bad. And I was non-committal as always. Did I just jump scare you guys? I bet I did. Poor guy. He's super persistent. It must be hard trying to give a shit about me. Speaking of giving a shit, I actually played a game with Steph and Mikey this morning. It wasn't terrible, but I'm not sure I have the energy to consistently care that much about anything. I probably should be concerned about how little a shit I give these days, but that... What the fuck? Stop it. But that would mean giving a shit, wouldn't I? Chloe, the catch-22. Alright, I'm sorry. My finger, like, twitches, so I'm gonna keep my hand off the mouse. But in case you guys don't know, I have a lot of twitches and stuff, so it's very hard to, like, do anything. Alright. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, when is she finally gonna talk about Rachel Amber? Fine, you nosy bitch. Here it is. Rachel Amber is the most popular girl at school, and she's super into hanging out with me all of a sudden. Like this morning when she pulled me into the drama lab and asked for my expert opinion about true love in front of the whole class. Chloe, there is 4 people. I told her true love is the best way to get parents to buy tickets. Mr. Keenan, the drama teacher, seemed to agree. Then Rachel brought me into the dressing room. Gotta say, that was the Quickest I've gone from meeting someone to helping them get dressed. But that's Rachel. She doesn't give a fuck. She just lets it all hang out. Okay. Then Rachel has this crazy plan for us to skip school together that involves jumping onto a train, you know, like kids ditch school in the 60s and the 1860s. Stay tuned, Max. I have a feeling there will be a lot more to tell you. Chloe the Love Doctor. Oh, and this was when we got on the train. How am I gonna read Max's journal? It's like 60 pages. Someone please help me. Max, did we ever play Two Truths and a Lie? You would have been terrible at it. We would have called it Two Truths and oh god, I can't take it back. I'm sorry for lying. Please, the guilt hurts. Two Truths and a Lie should be a class in school. I feel like I learned a lot. For example, Rachel's ambidextrous. She's also a Leo and she's from California. Also learned I still have lots more to learn about lying. Rachel read me like an open book, even when I lied by telling 3 truths she knew. Basically, she's a human lie detector. And I mentioned that we were on a train, right? It was pretty cool, sitting there and watching the world fly by. Then we jumped off and went upon some crazy-ass park up north of town. NBD? I don't know what NBD is, I'm sorry. Captain Chloe Bluebeard, Scourge of Acadia Bay. I'm dying. With all this Shakespeare shit going on, I thought I'd write you a sonnet. Then I realized that rhyming is hard and nothing really rhymes with Rachel, which seems fitting given that I've never actually met anyone like her before. With Rachel, everything is a game of some kind. I had to use my breaking and entering skills to get this viewfinder working just so we could spy on peeps at the park. Rachel was hilarious, making up dialogue for them, but then I actually held out my own riffing on some dad and his son at the grill. After we watched some old couple suck face, Rachel decided it was high time we unsobered ourselves. So we hatched a plan to steal wine from these yuppie picnickers, and since the plan involved elaborating acting and more improv on my part, my acting fell short this time. Thankfully, I could still snatch and run with the best of them. Our hard-earned wine in tow, we journeyed forth in search of more fun and games. Chloe the Unsober. I don't even know. I don't. First off, was your money on Chloe's blows this and goes back to having no friends again? I hope so. How did I fuck it up? One woman I'm having the day of my life, the next woman awkwardly confessing feelings for her like some sort of dork asking the head cheerleader to the prom. And she blew me off. Of course she did. But wait, that's not all, because as soon as Rachel leaves, I find a car. My dead dad's fucking car. This twisted, shattered, ugly reminder of what used to be my life. So I smashed it up, obviously. Then I passed out and had a dream where my dad told me to find Rachel back at the park, and Rachel set herself on fire. But enough about me. How's your day? Chloe the twisted, shattered, and ugly. Damn. Alright, and now we're on episode 2. I'm dying. Oh. Max, when did you decide you were done with me? I mean, how did you know it was time to move on? I asked because Rachel and I have decided we're done with this shit town. We have had it. It's bye-bye Bay. But instead of just ghosting it, like someone I know, we're gonna leave a trail of destruction in our wake. For Rachel, that means burning a fucking forest down. I know, crazy. But guess what? I'm pretty crazy too. In not unrelated news, I finally got my ass suspended from Blackwell, and Rachel got booted from her play, which strangely sucks even worse. Oh, fucking finger! I should probably be more upset about being a high school dropout, but I'm not. It's just another chapter of fuckery in the story of my life. So yeah, burning bridges literally and academically. That's how you make an exit woman. Chloe the Exit Wonder. Okay. You ever hated someone's guts, but then later felt bad because you found out they're actually cooler than you thought? Yeah, me neither. David got inside his douchebag skull that he needs to start cracking down on me, which meant demanding I empty my pockets for him in the Blackwell parking lot. I went along with it, but just to make him look like an idiot in front of Mom since I wasn't holding. I guess it backfired because now David is moving into my house. I say old house, because if he's there, I sure as shit am not. Oh, I also bumped into Elliot. He's super into me still. Everyone wants a piece of Price. The bane of fascists. Ever been to therapy? It's actually kind of awesome. I don't mean writing down your feelings and hugging and crying and shit. I'm talking about popping up in the hood and getting your hands dirty. Rachel was awesome at it because of course she is. We talked about my mom, David, and the fire, my expulsion. Rachel didn't want to talk as much, but I got her to open up. I'm glad I did. By the end, everything, I don't know, seemed a little less broken, I guess. Speaking of, I found this gnarly truck that I started fixing up. Who knows if I'll ever get it running, but for now, I'm just glad to have a problem I might actually be able to solve. And maybe an escape vehicle? Stay tuned. Fixing trucks and fixing brains. Who needs school anyway? Chloe, the less broken fixer. Guys, this is really hard for me. I never talk this much, so that's why. In person, I never talk this much, so fuck my throat. My coffee is almost gone. Let's hope I can do this. Alright. Alright, I'm sitting up. How do you know when it's time to take a relationship to the next level? I'm talking about my drug dealer, Frank, of course. He wants me to do a job for him, picking up money from Drew North. You know Drew, Blackwell's premier doc stop and now apparently oxy dealer. Drew's is in pretty deep, it seems. But it should be an easy job, and besides, I could use the money for mine and Rachel's escape fund, which, speaking of Rachel, guess whose skis ball dad's side piece I saw coming out of Frank's RV? I pressed Frank info, but I didn't get anywhere. I guess Frank can be pretty secretive when he wants to be. Still, shady as fuck, no? Alright, off to make my triumphant return to Blackwell. At least I'm getting paid to go there this time. Play the criminally awesome. Fuck. Remember that easy job, Frank, I told you about? Yeah. Not quite. First, I jacked Samuel's keys, then used my Jedi powers to get past Skip into the dorms, by which I mean talking about my lady bits till he freaked out and let me in. Took a brief detour into Elliot's room and read his poetry. Dude's got feelings for me, I think. Yeah, I'm flattered, I guess. Anyway, I found the cash, but then Drew and Mikey showed up, followed by Frank's sociopath boss, Demon. Have you ever met someone that you just never knew never to fuck with? I hadn't until today. Damon started beating the shit out of Drew for the money he owed. Drew wanted me to stay with Mikey, but I couldn't take the sound of Damon hurting him. I opened the door and gave the money to that asshole so he'd just leave Drew alone. Unfortunately, Mikey tried to be a hero and got hurt. It was all so fucked. No! Finger! And the most fucked part that I had anything to do with it? And the most fucked part is that I had anything to do with it. Chloe the Peacemaker. Sorry, Chloe, there's nothing I could do. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any more dramatic. Wait, let's back up. Did you really think I would let Rachel miss the play? No chance. I mind-fucked Victoria into realizing she wanted nothing to do with the stage. It was truly some of my finest work. Sadly, the drama doesn't end there for me. Stupid Julie got caught in the stupid fire, and now let's just say there's exactly one person in the world who could make the dress up in a funny costume and act out of Shakespeare in front of the audience of all my least favorite people. And she happened to be next to me at exactly the wrong moment. Chloe, the fuck my life. So I survived. Just in case you're wondering about me, you totally weren't, but it wasn't easy. I had to remember what to say and where to go and not to flip off everyone in the audience. Not gonna lie, I totally killed it. Got past the stupid makeup and the blinding lights and just let myself get lost in it all. I guess acting is really about forgetting the rest of the world exists and being completely in the moment. When I'm with Rachel, somehow that becomes easy. We ended up creating a new story together on stage, a much better story, because this one ends with the two of us escaping the island and sailing off into sunset together. Take that, Shakespeare! Will real life turn out so awesome? Time will tell. Chloe, the bardest bitch in town? Why'd you put bardest and not baddest? I guess it's I don't know. I don't really know. Max, time has told. And now it turns out that my real life is not like the stage. It is so much better. We're leaving tonight. Boom, peace, out of Arcadia Bay. We're heading to Los Angeles, home of movie stars, dank weed, and who cares? All that matters is it's not here. I did believe Rachel at first. It's not that I don't trust her, but she tends to get swept away in the moment. Let's just say she erased all doubts. What you need me to draw you a map? We made it out. As awesome as you... Oh, we made out. As awesome as you may imagine making out with Rachel Amber sounds, believe me, it was a billion times awesomer. After a quick stop by Rachel's house, we're headed off. Next time you hear from me, I'll be an ex-Arcadian just like you. Chloe was so much better. Oh, jeez. I read that terribly. Oh, we're almost done! My coffee is like drops left. Oh my lord. I used to think the strangest thing about the Ambers was how normal they were. They seemed like a bad 90s sitcom family, and I did my best to play the part of the wacky yet lovable best friend. Yes, I did tag a newspaper picture of James on the fridge, but only because his face looked so stupid. The goal was to get in and out of there without causing a scene, so we could make our escape. About that, it turns out Rachel couldn't sit back and let her cheating father act all high and mighty. I tried to distract her and remind her of our goal. It almost worked. Then Rachel snapped. I guess she just couldn't stand the lying anymore. She told her mom about James making out with that woman. Everyone started yelling, and the next thing I knew, Rachel was going full destruction on the table. That's when the truth finally came out. Rachel's mom equals not her mom. Rachel's real mom equals makeout woman. Mind equals blown. Chloe, the wacky yet lovable. Okay. When you think about it, it's kind of amazing that anyone ever trusts anybody about anything. Take the stars, for example. We learn all these things about them in school, but no one bothers to tell us the important fact of all. Some of them are dead. So this is episode 3. Yet somehow Rachel trusts me with the most important thing in her world, finding her real mom. She didn't ask me right away. At first, she didn't even want to talk. And then there's a fortune that says, before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. That is so true. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna take a picture of that real quick. That speaks to my life greatly, that fortune. So, wow. It was kind of like the junkyard a couple days ago, but this time I didn't freak out on her. I gave her space. Here's something you never learned, Max. When someone you care about is hurting, you do anything you can to be there for her. Even if that means making the stars shine in her bedroom. That's how I got Rachel to open up and ask me about finding her mom. I think my confidence surprised her. But if Rachel wants to find her mom, then I'm making it happen. Chloe, conjurer of stars. Yeah. That was fun. That was pretty. Wow, look at her art. Her art is so cool. I wish I could draw like that. I think I want a tattoo. Yeah, I know. It's permanent, right? But that's the thing, though. It's not. Not really. Because we're not permanent at all. Whoa. Oh, wait, okay, you don't have to be deep. Funny how much simpler life seems when you keep that in mind. Like my hair. I wanted to see what it looked like blue, so I did. It looks awesome. One day I'll make it all blue, and if I don't like it, then so what? It'll all fall out eventually. See how that works? Damn, Chloe is deep now. What the fuck? You know what else isn't permanent? David. He actually tried to be nice to me in the most awkward way imaginable. Then he tried to connect with me about his dead friend, which, fine, A for effort, I guess. Eventually I got out of there and headed to the garage, which David is transforming it into his own personal asshole cave. At least I got what I came for, Dad's toolbox. I bet he would have liked the idea of me using his toolbox to fix a ride. Off to the junkyard to see if I can get that truck working. I know it's far from permanent, but here's hoping that beast has a little more life left in it. Chloe the impermanent marker. Wow, so Chloe's getting more, like, in detail and more poetic in her writing. Oh my lord. Max, you ever notice how people in hospitals are always whispering? I think it's because hearing our own voices makes everything feel more real somehow. Like writing it down. Weird how only a few hours ago, I was the one bringing something broken back to life. I almost can't believe I was able to fix up the truck. I took it for a joyride around the junkyard before Rachel showed up. We chatted for a bit, then shit got crazy. And by crazy, I mean Damon Merrick, the sociopath, is super interested in Rachel's biological mom and dad for some reason. He and Frank arrived, demanding to know what we were doing. Before we could find out why, he pulled out a knife and stabbed Rachel. I might have been able to stop him if I acted quicker, but I just froze. If it weren't for Frank, a blazing car ride later, and I'm here, at the hospital, wishing I could make myself believe this isn't really real. Chloe, the much too real. P.S. I hope Frank's okay. Oh boy. I don't think you can know how you feel about someone until you almost lose them. God, my throat. What the fuck is wrong with my throat? Hey guys, I might need a break after this video. I'm gonna take like a 2-day break and rest my throat before I play the next game. Cause holy fuck. I haven't talked this much in forever. Until you sit in a hospital waiting room frozen in place, yet somehow falling, silently, desperately pleading to hear their voice, touch their hand, make them laugh. Then you know. It was weird being with Rachel's dad, and actually kind of nice. We were on the same team, and suddenly, and none of the other shit mattered. I think I can see why Rachel loves him. Got to check in on Mikey, spend some time with him and stuff. Oh yeah, and cheer Mikey up with some more hardcore nerd gaming. After what felt like forever, Rachel woke up. Even with everything that's happened, she's still focused on finding her mother, so I am too. Here's the plan. I'm going to dig around James's office, find whatever I can about her, and track her down so they can meet. I don't care how tough it might be. Chloe the bounty hunter. Oh my god, how much do you write, Chloe? I didn't think you write that much per page, but you do. I'm starting to think that lying is contagious. One lie leads to another, and before you know it, there's an epidemic. Case in point, Rachel's dad. Remember when I told you all about how he lied to Rachel but then got the truth about her mom to come out? Yeah, about that. I guess the hardcore security should have tipped me off. I managed to break into his desk when the lies started to pour out. I found letters from Sarah to Rachel. Letters James never showed her, never mentioned. And the checks James has been sending to Sarah. Bullshit? She's been sending them back. This lying asshole hasn't even been working with Damon, fucking Merrick, of all people. I had to lie by pretending to be James. It was crazy. I burnt actual evidence, which means I should probably burn this journal too. Then I ratted out one of the skeevy guys who harassed me at the firework show. Serves him right. Yeah, it's called karma, bitch. Finally, I found a stack of money that Damon's been waiting for James to give him in exchange for hurting Sarah. I think I cannot speak right now. Guys, help me. How can people be so fucked up? I almost wish I could forget everything I found today. Almost. Because now I know where Sarah is, and nothing will stop me from getting to her. Chloe, liar of lies. Oh my lord, my throat. Okay, it's almost over. Can you guys hear my throat breaking though? It's so bad. My coffee is gone. I have one swallow left of coffee. You know that poem that goes like, some say the world will end in fire and some say in ice? And fire is supposed to be desire and ice is supposed to be hatred. Yeah, put me down for one for each. Elliot followed me into Rachel's house. Turned out he's been, I don't know, watching me? Or at least paying close attention to what I've been up to with Rachel. And he does not approve. I honestly had no idea Elliot had this side to him. He truly hates Rachel. At one point, he literally refused to let me leave until I saw the truth about her. He was psycho rage angry. I was afraid. And I also didn't have time to talk to him. So I got the bright idea to secretly call 911 when he wasn't looking. And it actually worked. I was able to tip the cops off to what was happening. Then when they showed up, I ran off. Poor Elliot will have to answer to them. But also, fuck him. Truth is, I almost feel bad for Elliot. He made the terrible decision to become obsessed with me. I just have way more important shit to deal with right now. Chloe, evader of creepos. Yeah. Alright, 2 more. So that thin line between real life and dream life I've been telling you about, I think it just disappeared. I saw my dad again, but this time I was awake. At least, I think I was. One moment I was speeding along in my truck, and the next moment I was standing in a burned-out forest talking to my dad. I wanted to know if he'd ever lied to me, the way James lied to Rachel. But he couldn't tell me. I suppose that's one advantage dead people have in our lives. If dreams can blend with reality, then I guess nightmares can too. That's exactly what the mill feels like right now. Frank's RV is there, smeared with blood. I really hope Frank's okay, but I have to get Rachel's mom. I don't know what I'll find, but I have to, for Rachel. Chloe the Unreal. Oh god. I failed. I was unable to save Rachel's mom. Instead, I had to watch Damon Merrick stab a heroin needle into her neck, see the color drain from her face, the hope from her eyes, and there was nothing I could do about it. I should probably be dead, but Frank showed up, attacked Damon, if you can believe. I don't know what happened after that. I got knocked out and woke up and found Sarah sitting there. She seemed desperate to talk to me, but she didn't want to talk about Rachel or meeting her. She only cared about one thing, convincing me to lie to Rachel about her. about her dad and pretend I never found her. I desperately tried to change her mind to tell her that Rachel needs her. No matter what I said, Sarah held strong to her judgment that Rachel must never know about James. And now I have to decide what to tell Rachel. What should you do, Max? You can't answer. I know. You don't exist. You're a lie that used to avoid reality, to keep living in the past. Maybe that's okay, but I don't think I want to live in the past anymore. I want to be in the present with Rachel, no matter what happens next. Goodbye, Max. Chloe. Wow. So that's it. That is the entire journal from start to finish. Oh my god, my throat hurts so bad. I can't even talk right. I can't even talk right. It wasn't even that much either. Oh my god. Like, when I play Max's game, I'm gonna have to read like 50 something pages, right? Oh my god. How am I gonna do that? I'm gonna have to have like a big chug of coffee. But yeah, that is her entire book from start to finish. There's still one thing I have to do to see if there's more. What I'm gonna do, tell her everything. Okay, so you cannot, just to make sure, you cannot open the journal in the end. Yeah, you cannot open the journal during the final cutscene, so that means that is actually the end of the journal. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys like this journal walkthrough, let me know in the comments down below. I suffered for this video, so I'm gonna take a little break, maybe a couple days break for a while. Get my throat back together. But thank you all for watching. I really appreciate every one of you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notified every time I upload amazing videos like this. And I'm sorry, I sound so weird. My throat is dead. I fucked it up. And thank you guys for watching, and and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! Oh my god, this is so fucked.